Hi, it's me again, it's Louise. Hi. I thought I should come on here today and just make a quick video about the best things to do when you come to Ireland, especially Dublin. I'm going to give you the list of things that I would advise you all to do when you come to Dublin if you have a trip planned to come here. So, what I like to do when I'm walking around in the city, I like to look at buildings. My favourite thing is buildings, structural buildings. I love buildings because the history in each stone is huge, you know. In school, when I was in school, the one thing I used to love learning about was the Irish Easter Rising, 1916 Rising. Now, that's the best thing I loved in school. Every single time my teacher would talk about the 1916 Rising, I would always say to him, "Oh, tell me more, I want to know a lot more, I want to know everything about it." Now, I will advise you, if you're going to come to Ireland and you want to know more about the 1916 Rising, the best thing I can do for you right now and say to you is to watch the Michael Collins movie. It has Neil Gleeson in it. I think Neil Gleeson. Bad with name. Neil Gleeson in it. He plays the character Michael Collins, which is one of the main leaders of the 1916 Rising. He's the reason why we have Ireland today, their independence. It took over 700 years for Ireland to gain their independence. Of course, there was Eamon de Valera as well. Them two were friends at first, but then they obviously went to a civil war because each person didn't want a particular way to go. So as you know, Eamon de Valera obviously made Michael Collins go all the way over to the UK to make an agreement with the Queen to basically sign over that Belfast will be owned by the UK, and therefore Eamon de Valera wasn't happy with that, so obviously it caused a big civil war between the two parties. I always say to people, if you're going to come here, make sure you watch the Michael Collins movie, because for me, that movie, I will always love it. I will absolutely adore that movie. The first day I watched that movie was when I was in school. Now, it was good. I sat on my chair, I was glued to the TV, I didn't take my eyes off it. Every time someone talked in class, every single time, I was like, shh, I'm trying to watch this, I want to hear this. If I couldn't hear it, I used to always say to someone to switch seats with me so I could actually sit up front so I can watch it. As well, everything I like about Ireland is, like, for example, St. Patrick's Day. I love St. Patrick's Day. Particularly, St. Patrick's Day nowadays isn't really the same as it used to be. No judgment at all. I do miss how it used to be when I was younger, but we get older, things change, you know, people have different views and opinions and stuff like that. That's completely fine with me. I have no choice anyways. I love everything got to do with my country. I absolutely adore my flag. I love the Irish flag. One thing you're probably going to want to do as well when you come here, there is a museum called the Museum. It shows all the Irish history. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. There's also another museum that you should go to, is when the pilots of Ireland, when Irish women became pilots. That's in Stephen's Green. I'm going to mention all the places in the comments below so that you can search up these places and you can give your opinions if you like them or not, if you're interested or not. Also, there is a museum dedicated to Michael Collins himself. He had a museum that used to be a school for boys. He used to teach the boys how to do a lot of things in life, like art and all sorts of subjects. Woodwork especially. It was one of the museums I visited when I was in school, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. It was really nice because for me it felt like I was actually there. I was as if I was present with Michael Collins there. Also, to me, I will be honest, Dublin city centre isn't really much of a tourist attraction for me personally, because I live in the city, so I see the city all the time, you know, I see it every single day. If you like casinos, there is quite a lot of casinos here in the city centre, which I hate so much. For me, casinos is just nothing but a money gambling trap, of course. There used to be a lot of arcades here as well. There used to be a lot of fun places for people to go to and play, but they've all closed down and turned into big casinos themselves. Now, if you like to come here and you like to try some sort of things like food, otherwise, like all what us people, Irish people, like to try. For example, when we have like a night out with our friends and we want to drink something and you get hungry, you want to eat something after, but you just want something really greasy, really greasy. What I would go to is a spice bag. Now, that's only if you're into spice. Now, if you're not into spicy food, then that's completely fine. You don't have to go near if you don't want to. Personally, I love spice bags. Absolutely. Mwah! It's a mix of different types of food. So, for example, chips, spicy chips with spicy powdered salt, spicy powder on it, sorry. You can get curry sauce with it, you can get garlic sauce, you can get barbecue sauce. There is shredded chicken in it as well. All spice, but absolutely beautiful. I love her. A lot of people do say to us about the slangs as well, like, oh, how each different types of person has different slangs and stuff like that. Yeah, we all have different accents. That's completely fine. Each part of Dublin has their own accents. So we have like an air code for each part of Dublin. So each person has their own accent. So you'll be able to tell which person, well, that's only if you've lived in the city a long time. You'll be able to tell where or who this person or where this person's from the city. Now as well, if you want to continue going on tourist, like if you want to have a proper look at things, I will strongly advise you just avoid the city centre. The city centre for me is a big no. Like, it's not something to bring kids to, you know, because there's a lot of like issues going on in the city centre, and it's not really good for anyone to basically view it, you know. There's not that many clothes shops either here in Dublin. Most of the clothes shops are all in Stephen's Green, which Dublin 2, which is actually probably a better place for you to go. If you go to Dublin 2, you might see the shopping centre, Stephen's Green Shopping Centre. I will let you know that this shopping centre is actually supposed to be closing down. They're supposed to be knocking it down, adding a new building to it. Huge mistake. Biggest mistake they could possibly do. No. The GPO is a museum of... The GPO is a general post office. It is a post office for 1916 rising. It's been through a lot of things. It's been through the mill. There is bullet holes in the GPO building itself. Once you go inside, it's a big post office till this day. But there's another part of it that's a museum, all dedicated about the 1916 rising, about the women that fought in the 1916 rising, all the vehicles, the weapons, and how they were fought, the uniforms, everything you possibly know. Now, besides that, my personal opinion, if you want to visit the country, go to the countryside. Ireland is beautiful. It's very, very beautiful outside the sea, just like any other country. Like, you think, when you go to Ireland, people just think Ireland is just Dublin City. No. Ireland is just absolutely beautiful. But you would have to go and see it to view it. I've been to a lot of places. The Slane Castle, that's in County Meath. I've been to the Cliffs of Moher. Could you believe I actually slept on the Cliffs of Moher? I actually camped on the Cliffs of Moher. I shouldn't be allowed to do that, but what can I say? There's also a building up in the south side, so that's Dublin 24. It's called the Hellfire Club. It's a freely walking. You can walk up, it's like a little hike, but it's really nice. It's like an old building on top of the mountains that used to be owned by a devil worshipper. He tried to communicate with the devil, and apparently the ground opened up and sucked him down. It's stories about it. There's lots and lots of stories, but it's also supposed to be a haunted place. But it's open to the public. But if you're going to go, make sure you clean up your rubbish and do not make a mess up their place, because it's a beautiful building. It's about to be closed down and supposed to be opened up to a tourist attraction. So if you want to go there now before it's all closed off and you have to pay to get in. Ridiculous. Now, people like to go to Dublin Zoo. Personally, I'm not a fan of Dublin Zoo because you go pay money to go see the animals, and none of the animals are ever awake. They're all asleep, so you're basically wasting your money for nothing. I like to walk in the Phoenix Park. Now, the Phoenix Park is very beautiful. I love it. It's nice to have a good walk and just distance yourself around. And if you want to have like a little peace and quiet, just walk around the Phoenix Park, because it's the longest park in Europe. There's a lot of monuments inside the Phoenix Park. There's a big huge cross as well, and it's just the president's office is there as well, and there's an army barracks there, and the Garda headquarters. Our Garda is the police, if you know, but the police here is just on Garda Síochána. As well, last thing to say, not a lot of Irish people here in Dublin are forced to speak Irish. I wish we were, to be honest. We used to be taught a lot of Irish in school, and it's not Irish, it's called Oscuilga. We used to be taught a lot of Gaeilge in school, but nowadays Gaeilge is just being kind of taken apart, and it's kind of sad. We're trying to keep the Irish language forced in, but it's not being forced hard enough, you know. So if you want to know about any other places that you would like to go and you would like to visit, if you have any questions, just comment below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, keep in touch. I'll see you around. Hopefully I get to see someone in the city centre eventually. See ya. Bye.